evening, everyone. It's an honor to stand before you today as we gather for this vital cancer awareness program. As a host of this function, I request Principal Chief Commissioner Sir to occupy his seat on the stage. Now I request Dr. Sunita Samleti, MD, Pinnacle Hospital, to come and occupy her seat on the stage, please. Sri KDVN Srinivas, Assistant Commissioner, I request him to come and occupy his seat. Yes. I request the Principal Chief Commissioner to hand over a sapling and a shawl to the doctor, please. Please clap. The phrase, prevention is better than cure. We have heard this from our childhood. It's just a proverb. But when it comes to challenge as significant as cancer, these words are not just proverb. They are a lifeline. While medical science has made extraordinary leap in treatment and recovery, the most powerful tool we have possessed remains in our own hands, the power of informed choices. Prevention isn't about a single grand gesture. It's all about small, consistent decisions we make every day. It is found in the nutrition we choose, the physical activity we prioritize, and more importantly, our commitment to regular screening that can catch issues before they escalate. By understanding our risk and listening to our bodies, we shift the narrative from fear to empowerment. Today's program is dedicated to breaking the silence and spreading the knowledge that can save lives. Let us use this time to learn, to share, and to commit ourselves to a lifestyle that honors our health. Actually, I have a doubt here. Really, cancer is preventable. We are not experts. Fortunately, we have an expert today with us. I have the honor to introduce Dr. Sunita Samleti, Senior Consultant Oncopathologist here. She had a MD in Pathology from TNMC and BYL Nair Hospital, Mumbai University. She has a fellowship on advanced advocacy in molecular oncology from Sydney Kimmel Cancer Center. She is presently affiliated with Pinnacle Hospital, Visakhapatnam. Her fields of interest include breast and gyneco oncopathology, digital pathology, and quality assurance in laboratory. More importantly, we are happy to inform that to maintain our good health in a good shape, this zone is organizing regular health checkup, madam, to our officers and staff. We have almost BP and sugar checkup every fortnight. Recently, Vizag zone has organized a Meha health checkup camp. Around 250 officers were benefited by the camp, where we had comprehensive blood diagnosis and consultation with general physician. Now, I welcome our Principal Chief Commissioner for opening remarks.
Good afternoon, friends. We just heard that as far as this zone is concerned, the administration is trying to do whatever it can within its limitations to take care of your health. You see, taking care of health is your personal issue, everybody's personal issue, okay? But still, whatever the office can do to facilitate that, we have always tried to move in that direction. Am I audible? Last gentleman. For example, in 24 itself, we organized a mega health camp which comprised of all sorts of blood tests and the ECG to see, how you people are. When the reports came, we got two qualified doctors to sit in the conference hall for 2 days and help you analyze that reports. Then you know that we have been holding, I mean, ever since I have joined, we have been holding regular blood pressure measuring and blood sugar measuring camps. So that diabetes, there are so many diabetics amongst us, they can monitor their diabetes in an effective manner. Then we recently, as he told us, that we held a mega health camp once again. About 240 staff members, they got checked themselves checked, though we had kept the minimum age limit at 35. And then again, two doctors came and helped all of us analyze our reports. Besides that, we have been holding special health camp for ladies, all sorts of scannings and all. So all said and done, then we also had a camp on what we had held the camp when he had called a doctor to give us a lecture on diabetes. Yes, yes, yes. That was some time back. So this is next in the series. Cancer, carcinoma, malignancy. The first impression we draw from this word is, oh, we freeze. But we think, how does it affect us? It is going to happen the next door. Apne ko kya? Maybe I was also one of those. Till it hit me in my home. Luckily, it was a very initial stage. Got operated, everything done, recovered. But then it makes me realize that it's not that far off as we think. It is nearby, crouching somewhere nearby. You can't see it. To give you some statistics as mentioned in the circular which we had circulated, the incidence of cancer in the country has doubled since 1990. So much so that we are going to get 15 lakh new cancer patients every year, and half of them are destined to die. In fact, the most damning piece of statistics is that 1 in 9 Indians is likely to contract cancer in his or her lifetime. I am repeating the words. 1 in 9 Indians is likely to contract cancer. 1 in 9, likely to contract cancer in his or her lifetime. So you could be one of the 9. Okay, so that's it. That's a fact. But the point is what we can do. All of us are well read. We search the Google, Chat GPT, everything is there. We know prevention is better than cure. Everybody knows we catch it early, it is better. But mostly we gloss over it and move on. It's common knowledge. But it's time we started paying more attention to this. Believe me, it can hit us anytime, anywhere. Just one scanning, just one report comes, the final impression comes, okay, and it changes the life of the patient and his family. Okay, so what can we do? Try and prevent it. So for this very reason, we are honored to have amongst us Dr. Sunita. He's an oncopathologist. He goes into the types of cancers, their grade, their stage, and much more. Molecular, it's very complex. We need not understand that. We have to understand this at a much more macro level. So now, instead of taking much more time, I'll request Dr. Sunita to please take the stage and please deliver her lecture.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the introduction by Sir. Sir, it was very humble. See, I'm Dr. Sunita. I work as an oncopathologist since more than 20 years now. So, cancer, everybody gets scared, but I've gone through many years and I've dealt with so many cancer patients, and I know the fear. So I'm here to reduce the fear. Uh, I just a disclaimer, my Telugu is not that great. I am a Marathi girl, and so I request, I'll try, and I request everybody to just bear with me. Uh, so we'll start. So what is today's topic is prevention is better than cure. So ఏమైనా జబ్బు వచ్చి నయం చేయబద్దల్ ఇఫ్ ముందు నుంచి నివారణ చేస్తే ఓకే సార్ ఓకే సార్
You just speak it this way.
పర్లేదు
If you are not comfortable with this,
this anything is fine actually. This can be attached somewhere. Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah. Am I audible? I'm more than audible, I think. Yeah. So today's topic is prevention is better than cure. And so what I want to tell is, జబ్బు ఒకసారి వచ్చినాక నయం చేయబద్దల్ ఇఫ్ ముందు నుంచి నివారణ చేయగలిగితే దట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ ఆప్షన్. సో వీ షుడ్ నాట్ వెయిట్ టిల్ ఇట్స్ టూ లేట్. So health is a wealth, everyone knows. If we have health, wealth will automatically come. So we should take care of it. So there are some silent diseases in present. Why they are silent is they grow slowly and we don't have any symptoms for a long time. Unless and until they flourish, we don't know whether we have it. They are like cardiovascular diseases, like blood pressure, heart diseases. Then there is a chronic respiratory diseases like COPD, people have asthma or lung problems. Then there is a sugar, diabetes. There is a cancer, there is osteoporosis, so many female, we have it and we don't know. So they are silent for many years, and when they flourish, like for example, if you have a blood pressure, unless and until you get a dizziness or you get headaches, you don't come to know that you have a blood pressure. So that's why I call them a silent disease, and cancer is also one of them. Telugu. I'll try. So silent ante enti మన ఆ డిసీజెస్ మనతో ఉంటాయి కానీ మనకి తెలియదు. అన్లెస్ అండ్ అంటిల్ మనకి డిజినెస్, హెడేక్, తలనొప్పి వచ్చే వరకు మనకి తెలియదు మనకి బీపీ ఏమైనా ఉంటుంది. సో అలా సిమ్టమ్స్, దానికి సిమ్టమ్స్ అంటాం. సో ఆ సిమ్టమ్స్ వచ్చే వరకు మనకి తెలియదు. దట్స్ వై ఆ డిసీజెస్కి మనం సైలెంట్ డిసీజెస్ అంటున్నాం. అండ్ క్యాన్సర్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో వన్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. క్యాన్సర్ ఆ డిసీజెస్ లాగా వన్ డిసీజ్ ఉంటుంది. సో వాట్ వీ కెన్ డూ అబౌట్ ఇట్? So there are something called preventive health checkups. Preventive health checkups, what they do is they will detect the disease in an early stage. They monitor your health. How మనం హెల్త్ ఎలా ఉంది అది మనకి చెప్తా ఉంటుంది. దాని ప్రకారం మనం మోడిఫై చేయొచ్చు. అండ్ హెల్తీ లైఫ్ స్టైల్ ఎలా ఉండాలి అది కూడా మనం దాని ద్వారా తెలిసిపోతుంది. సో లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ సర్వే దే డూ, like how many people they do health checkups, దాదాపు 70% of the people లో అలా తెలిసిపోయింది. They did not have any symptoms or any disease like thing. They are healthy like you and me, and they got to know they have something new which they never know of. So చాలా పెద్ద నంబర్ అది. 70% పీపుల్లో తెలిసిపోయింది మాకు షుగర్ ఉంది, కాకపోతే బ్లడ్ ప్రెషర్ ఉంది. సో అలా తెలిసిపోతే దే కెన్ స్టార్ట్ దర్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ అట్ ద ఎర్లీ స్టేజ్. సో ప్రివెంటివ్ హెల్త్ చెకప్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో ప్రివెంటివ్ హెల్త్ చెకప్స్లో వాట్ దే డూ, అర్లీ డిటెక్ట్ చేస్తారు. ఎలా నేను చెప్పాను, ఇవి అన్ని డిసీజెస్ సైలెంట్ డిసీజెస్. సో వెన్ దే ఆర్ సైలెంట్, దట్ ఫేజ్లోనో మనకి తెలిసిపోతుంది కి యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ దెమ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద బెటర్ థింగ్. అర్లీ డిటెక్షన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ బెటర్. సో ఒకసారి మనం హెల్త్ చెకప్ చేసి ఏమీ లేదు, హెల్తీ రిపోర్ట్స్ వచ్చాయనుకుంటే మనకి పీస్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ ఉంటుంది. సో పీస్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఈక్వల్లీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. Then if you detect the disease at the early stage, then the expenses to treat that disease are treat చేసేదానికి మనకి తక్కువ మనీ పడతాయి. సో expenses also you can lower. So it lowers the medical expenses as well. So how often you should do health checkups? All the stages of life needs health checkups. So earlier is better. When you are young, 20-40 years ఏజ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ కొంచెం తగ్గచ్చు. సో ఒక 2 years 3 yearsలో ఒకసారి చేస్తే కూడా పర్వాలేదు. ఏమైనా రిస్క్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఉంటే ఎక్కువ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ చేయాలి. 40 and above యూ షుడ్ ఆల్వేస్ డూ యాన్యువల్లీ. ఇంకా దానిలో ఏమైనా రిస్క్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఉంటే యూ షుడ్ డూ ఇట్ ఈవెన్ మోర్. ఫర్ క్యాన్సర్ దెర్ ఆర్ సర్టన్ గైడ్ లైన్స్. ఐ విల్ కమ్ టు దాట్, అండ్ యూ షుడ్ ఆల్వేస్ టేక్ డాక్టర్స్ అడ్వైస్ వెన్ అండ్ హౌ టు డూ ఇట్. ఇది హెల్త్ చెకప్ చేసినాక, హెల్త్ చెకప్స్ ఉంటాయి, అవి మనం చేస్తాం వెన్ ఎవర్ లైక్ సార్ చెప్పారు, ఇప్పుడు హీ ఆల్వేస్ గివ్స్ ఫ్రీక్వెంట్లీ హెల్త్ చెకప్స్. సో ఆ హెల్త్ చెకప్ చేసినాక ఏంటి, సో రిపోర్ట్ వచ్చినాక ఒక ఇంపార్టెంట్ మాట అంటే సెల్ఫ్ ఇంటర్ప్రిట్ చేయకూడదు. నాకు ఇది బీపీ ఉంది, నాకు ఇది ఉంది, నాకు లిపిడ్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్నాయి అని నేను ఇప్పుడు మందు తీసుకోవాలా, బీపీ అలా ఏం చేయకూడదు. మనం సెల్ఫ్ ఇంటర్ప్రిట్ చేయకూడదు. దెర్ ఇస్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ మెడికల్ సైన్స్ బిహైండ్ ఇట్. So always you should go to the doctor and you should interpret those reports with the doctor. So that is very very important. I've seen so many people, చాలా మంది స్వతమే ఇంటర్ప్రిట్ చేసి ఫ్రెండ్స్ ద్వారా, అరే నీకు కూడా బీపీ ఉంది కదా, సో ఏం టాబ్లెట్ తీసుకోవాలా, హెడేక్ ఉంది కదా, సో అలా చేయకూడదు. ఆల్వేస్ టేక్ యువర్ ఫ్యామిలీ డాక్టర్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఓకే, ఎనీ డాక్టర్ ఈజ్ ఓకే. సో దే విల్ గో త్రూ దట్ రిపోర్ట్, దే విల్ సజెస్ట్ ఎనీ అడిషనల్ టెస్ట్ if is required. And if you want, you need lifestyle changes like more exercise cheyali, lekapothe emana different lifestyle changes kavala, modifiable unte they will suggest you and you can go accordingly. Ivi anni whenever okasari health checkup cheste reports untayi, avi oka file cheyali. ఆ ఫైల్ రికార్డ్ చేసేది ఆల్సో చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో whenever you regularly do health checkups, ఆ రెఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. So next time whenever you do, you can compare whether you are better or you are getting worst. So how you are going to go about it. So record oka file la maintain cheyali, and whenever you are doing it yourself, it's good. So you should make your family members and other colleagues aware of, you should get it done. So today's focus is, because I work in this field, is a cancer awareness. So we'll start with that. I'll play a little quiz, and the prize will be given by Mr. Rati sir. So who, everybody knows who is he? Yeah. So Yuvraj is very famous for 6 in 1 year, 1 over, and great cricketer. Anyone? Yeah, so she's a Kate. So you cannot answer. You are supposed to give the prize. Okay. So she's a Kate Wimbledon. And there are many. You can see this is Manisha Koirala, Angelina Jolie, Sonali Bendre, Rakesh Roshan, Mumtaz, Sanjay Dutt, Anurag, and Lisa Ray. So why I'm showing these pictures? Because I wanted to tell you cancer can be preventable. And when you get treated, you will be up on the stage and running. So all these people are treated for the cancer. అందరికీ క్యాన్సర్ ఉండేది, అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ట్రీట్ అయినాక దే ఆర్ ఆల్ యాక్టివ్ అండ్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ద స్టేజ్. సో క్యాన్సర్ అంటే ఏంటి? మనం చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి పెద్ద వరకు గ్రో అవుతాం. సో హౌ ఇట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, మన బాడీలో సెల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇవి సెల్స్ ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ కంట్రోల్ ప్రకారం గ్రో అవుతాయి, డెవలప్ అవుతాయి. సో దే మల్టిప్లై అండ్ దే బికమ్ బిగ్ అండ్ వీ బికమ్ బిగ్. సో దానికి ఒక కంట్రోల్ ఉంటుంది. బట్ when these factors like physical factor, like you say UV rays, or chemical factor, tobacco, or biological factor, genetic factors, something affects them, then they become abnormal and then they grow haywire. So they when they multiply also, they become a different abnormal cells and they grow haywire. They don't go in a track, they go on the sideway and they start infiltrating into the surrounding tissue. So that's cancer. That's as simple as it is. So it is nothing but our cells only which are influenced by something and they are getting abnormal and they are infiltrating into surrounding tissue. So if they grow and they grow in a simple manner and they are very well organized and they are not infiltrating into surrounding tissue, and that's where they are called benign. So benign is good. Word is also good, no? So benign is good. So when benign unte ఒకసారి సర్జన్ తీసేస్తే మళ్ళీ రాదు, or only that kaya తీసేస్తే అయిపోయింది, you are cured. But when it goes to surrounding tissue, ఆ సరౌండింగ్ టిష్యూలో ఇన్ఫిల్ట్రేట్ అవుతుంది, అప్పుడే మాత్రం ఇట్స్ క్యాన్సర్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లిటిల్ డేంజరస్ అండ్ యూ షుడ్ టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. సో డేటా సార్ కూడా చెప్పారు. సో నేను ఓన్లీ రిపీట్ చేస్తాను. సార్ ఇండియన్ చెప్పారు, నేను గ్లోబల్ చెప్తున్నాను. సో గ్లోబలీ 2020 data is recent by Globocon. They usually go for 2-3 years data. So I don't know if you're seeing the figures there. According to them, 20 million people that year got cancer. And what is the concern is in that 9 million and above, around 10 million odd people died of cancer. So it's a big number. So that's why we have to take care. So in this 10 million, if you compare all deaths, like, you have geriatric death, old age, such as any deaths, if you compare, 1 in 6 death is cancer. So which is very, very dangerous number, which is very high number. And why we are concerned? Because many of the cancer, if you diagnose early, they can be treatable, and if you take care of your lifestyle and avoid the risk factors, it is avoidable. So అందరు ఎప్పుడు కూడా మా దగ్గర పేషెంట్ వస్తే ఒకటే క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు, వెన్ దే నో దే హ్యావ్ క్యాన్సర్, ఏ స్టేజ్లో ఉంది. సో ఏ స్టేజ్ అంటే, ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ బ్రెస్ట్లో ఇవి కాయ పెరుగుతుంది. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కన్ఫైన్డ్ టు బ్రెస్ట్లానే ఉంది అనుకోని, దట్ ఈస్ స్టేజ్ 1. సో క్యాన్సర్ సెల్ స్ప్రెడ్ బై బ్లడ్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఆర్ లింఫాటిక్స్, దోస్ ఆర్ ద వెసల్స్ బాడీలో. సో దానిలో స్ప్రెడ్ అవుతే వేరే ఆర్గన్లో వెళ్ళిపోయింది. సపోజ్ ఇట్ వెంట్ టు లంగ్ ఆర్ బ్రెయిన్, దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ మెటాస్టాటిక్. And if goes to other organ, it is called stage 4. So why it is important? Because at stage 1 ki treatment chala simple, surgery chesi saripotadi. But stage 4 unte you can't do surgery, ekkada nunchi teesestam. So adi possible kaakapothe you have to give chemotherapy, radiotherapy and chala untayi. So mana the aim ante you have to catch hold at stage 1 and below. This is for my Telugu. It is whether you are understanding me. So, causes of cancer. So, cancer. Another belief everyone has that family lo evarki cancer unte maaku kuda cancer vastadi. So yes, hereditary cancers untayi. కానీ అది చాలా తక్కువ పర్సెంటేజ్, 10-15% పీపుల్లోనూ అలా హెరిడిటరీ క్యాన్సర్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో రెస్ట్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద కాజెస్? రేడియేషన్. ఇట్స్ సింపుల్, ఇట్స్ లైక్ వర్డ్ యూ థింక్ లైక్ రేడియేషన్. ఇఫ్ యూ గో ఫర్ ఎక్స్రే ఆర్ సిటీ స్కాన్ యూ హ్యావ్ రేడియేషన్. బట్ రేడియేషన్ ఇస్ సింపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ గో అవుట్ సైడ్ అండ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ లాట్ ఆఫ్ సన్ రేస్. బయట మనకి చెప్పక్కర్లేదు, మనం బయట వైజాగ్లో వెళ్తే ఎండ అండ్ సివియర్ ఎండ. సో ఆ బయట వెళ్తే కూడా మీకు చాలా యూవీ రేస్ అవుతాయి. If you grow older, of course, aging process, older people are more prone to get cancers. Pollution, environment, like your soil and sand has radon gases. So that also. Then chronically, if you have COPD, so in pollution, what happens? Your lungs get affected and you get lung diseases. So any chronic irritation to the lung or any organ, you'll get to, it will result ultimately into abnormal cell growth and which will lead to cancer. Same thing, ఆల్కహాల్ తాగితే ఏమవుతుంది, లివర్ అఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది, లివర్ అఫెక్ట్ అవుతే సిరోసిస్ అవుతుంది, సిరోసిస్కి నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ అంటే క్యాన్సర్. టొబాకో ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ డేంజరస్. సో స్మోకింగ్ టొబాకో ఈజ్ డేంజరస్ అందరికీ తెలుసు, బట్ ఇది తెలియదు, దెర్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాక్టివ్ అండ్ ప్యాసివ్ స్మోకింగ్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ అరౌండ్ ద స్మోకర్ and you are passively getting that, so we are equally at the risk of getting cancer. So active and passive both are bad. If you are working in the mines like asbestos mine and you can't avoid them, there are certain preventive measures they will give you and you should follow. So these are all causes of cancer. So what we can do, when you will know we have to go to the doctor. So there is a 2 weeks rule. In the 2 weeks rule, what happens is, like, if you're not doing anything, you're not going to gym, you are not exercising, but you're losing your weight. I mean, weight lose avta unta, it's more than like 10 kgs in 2 months, I suppose, then it is a problem. If you are getting persistent fatigue అంటే ఆయాసం వస్తూ ఉంటుంది, ఏమో చేయాలా అనిపించదు, ఉంది పడుకుంటాం, అప్పుడే you will yourself feel that I am not normal and I am not able to do work. If you are getting recurrent fever, like మైల్డ్గా ఫీవర్ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది, ఇది పోవట్లేదు, ఏమైనా యాంటీ ఫీవర్ మెడిసిన్ క్రోసిన్ ఏమైనా తీసుకుంటే కూడా పోవట్లేదు, అప్పుడే ఆర్ ప్రోగ్రెసివ్ పెయిన్ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది, అంటే వీ డోంట్ నో ఫర్ వాట్ రీజన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్. If these symptoms are more than 2 weeks. Physical symptoms, if you see any swelling, కాయ కనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది, అది ఇర్రెగ్యులర్గా గ్రో అవుతుంది, స్కిన్ కింద ఉండొచ్చు, స్కిన్ కలర్ చేంజ్ అవ్వచ్చు, చిన్న కాయ ఉంది త్వరగా పెరిగిపోతుంది, అలా ఉంటే ఏమైనా కాయ స్కిన్ కింద ఉంటే ఎక్కడ కూడా తగిలితే, సెల్ఫ్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు తగిలితే హార్డ్ ఫిక్స్డ్ మూవ్ అవ్వట్లేదు, అలా ఉంటే ఒక wound ఉంది సపోజ్, అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆఫ్టర్ టేకింగ్ ఆయింట్మెంట్, ఆఫ్టర్ పుట్టింగ్ ఆయింట్మెంట్ or after treatment also, it is not, that's called non-healing source. So non-healing source, if you have, so then it is a reason, it's a warning sign. Bleeding, if monthly you get, females will get periods, and if they are more in, you will always compare from the previous, and it is a more, if you get blood anywhere, nipple discharge or in the sputum or anywhere, so that's abnormal. In digestive system, argatledu anukunta, digest avatledu for long term, for 1 day, 2 days or 1 week it's fine, but like more than 2 months I'm always getting the complaint argatledu, so that is not normal. Then there is a minge ravatledu, like mingutapadu you have a difficulty, swallowing difficulty, this is called dysphagia, that's abnormal. Then there is a bloating and you feel full, like food vaste naku vaddu, I can't, I'm not able to take it. So, a bloating of the stomach. That is, I'm telling these are long term, heartburns, which are continuously happening. Then excretory system, if you are finding blood in the stool, if your stools are pencil shaped, like very thin, then blood in the urine, then your frequency for urination is more. And malli vastundi, control undatledu. So these are all warning signs. Then respiratory changes is like, if you're coughing, your voice is changing for a long time, like hoarseness of voice, like gurralaga voice vastundi, and your sputum lo blood avutundi. So these are all warning signs. If these are present, then you must visit doctor. There is no option for that. So what is the good news is 30 to 50% cancers are preventable, and even if they are detected early, we can cure them. So what we can do is, I told you, stop tobacco. There is nothing like tobacco, okay, you can limit. See, for alcohol, you can limit alcohol, but for tobacco, no tobacco. For healthy diet, you should always have a healthy diet, good fibers, I'll come back to you. Active weight, you have to maintain your active weight. So For that, you do exercises. So some people will go to the gym for in the morning for 1 hour, and then they say, "Oh my God, I've done my activity for the day, and then now I can have a sedentary lifestyle, like in the whole day I'm sitting and working." So that is not good. What is the active lifestyle is whole day you should be active. You cannot sit and just do in the morning. So whole day you should be active. So what is the recommendation they gave is 150 minutes moderate activity per week is minimum. That much undalsindi. So a day రోజంతా you have to be active. That is important. So gym వెళ్తున్నారు, that is perfect, but whole day also you should be active. Sun protection, as I told, మనకి ఇంకా ఎక్కువ అవసరం. సో ఎప్పుడు కూడా బయట వెళ్తే సన్ స్క్రీన్ మాయిశ్చరైజర్తోని సన్ స్క్రీన్ ఉంటుంది. మనకి ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు లుక్ గుడ్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ నాకు బ్యూటీతోని ఏం సంబంధం లేదు. ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఫర్ బ్యూటీ, ఇట్స్ ఫర్ ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద స్కిన్. There are vaccines, hepatitis B, human papilloma virus vaccine and hepatitis B vaccine. All should have it. All your kids should have it. Same behavior, sexual practices should be normal. And never share the needle. Needle is like whenever you are donating blood, if you are doing blood collection, so whenever you are going to any lab, you should see to that they are using a disposable new needle for you. So all the big hospitals usually do it, but if you are aware, you will not miss it. And regular medical screening. You should go to the doctor regularly and check how you are. So about the diet, more I want to emphasize on this. There's a Japanese concept. It is called hara hachibu. So hara hachibu ఏమంటది? So Japanese, they are known for their long life. So there is people who live up to 100, above 90 for long time, and they are active at that age also. So why they are? So they have certain things. The concepts are very very clear in their mind. So the concept is you eat 80%. అంటే whenever you are eating full బరుపు వచ్చేదాకా తినకూడదు. 80% అంటే తింటప్పుడు when you finish you should be little hungry more. For 20% hungry ఉండాలి. అంటే ఫినిష్ అయినాక కూడా యువర్ స్టమక్ షుడ్ నాట్ ఫీల్ ఫుల్ అయిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు తినలేం, ఆ వరకు తినకూడదు. సో 80% తినాలి. సో అలా చేస్తే డైజెషన్ బెటర్ ఉంటుంది అండ్ ఆల్ దీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఒబెసిటీ అన్ని రావు. సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ జాపనీస్ దే ఆర్ షార్ట్ స్ట్రెచర్ బట్ దే విల్ బి నాట్ ఒబీస్. So you should, I think one should follow. I like that concept, so that is a good concept. And well-balanced diet also has very fancy ideas. చాలా fancy ideas ఉంటాయి. నాకు బ్యాలెన్స్ డైట్ అంటే అక్కడి నుంచి సమ్ కంపెనీ ఉంటుంది, అది ప్యాక్ చేసి పంపిస్తుంది, అది తింటే బెటర్. సో మనీ ఉంటే చేయలేము, మనమైతే చేయలేదు. మనం ఇంట్లో రైస్ తొక్కు అన్నీ తింటాం, సో మేమైతే డైట్ మెయింటైన్ చేయలేము. అలా ఏం ఉండదు. బ్యాలెన్స్ డైట్ ఇస్ అన్నీ తినాలి, వెరీ షార్ట్ ప్రపోర్షన్. సో ఏం తగ్గాలి? కార్బోహైడ్రేట్ తగ్గించాలా, కొంచెం తినండి రైస్. ఆయిల్ తక్కువ తినాలి, ఆయిల్ తక్కువ వాడండి. సో ఇంట్లో ఉన్నవి వెజిటేబుల్స్, ఫైబర్స్, ఫ్రూట్స్ అన్నీ తినచ్చు. అనదర్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రైడ్ ఐటమ్స్ బయట ఉంటాయి, దానిలో పామ్ ఆయిల్ వాడతారు. పామ్ ఆయిల్ ఫ్రెంచ్ ఫ్రైస్ అనుకొని యువర్ ప్యాటీ అండ్ ఆల్ దే యూజ్ పామ్ ఆయిల్ విచ్ ఇస్ వెరీ వెరీ డేంజరస్. సో అది మనం తినకూడదు, మన పిల్లలు కూడా చెప్పాలి తినకూడదు అని. బికాజ్ ఇట్ టేస్ట్ గుడ్, దే విల్ సే ఇంట్లో చేయరాదు, బట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ దెమ్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ గుడ్ ఫర్ లాంగ్ టర్మ్. Once in a while also I don't recommend it. Then colors, which are color foods, which are not natural colors, also dangerous. So if you see ice cream tintapadu, people take that sprinkle, very different color. They look good, but they are absolutely dangerous for health. So avi kuda tinakodu. Sleep, very very important. So sleep usually what it does, whenever you are tired, why you sleep? Because it repairs, rejuvenates and relaxes the body. So how much sleep? Like, people will get happy, sleep cheyandi. But you can't full day sleep cheste baaguntadi ala ledu. You have to have a 6 to 8 hours of nice deep sleep. So ee majjala em avutundi, everybody will see Instagram reels and they keep on seeing till it ends, and then they will sleep. So they are not able to get a sound sleep in the night. So it ultimately, some people ask, like, seeing screen, is that going to lead us to cancer? So yes, indirectly yes, because that will lead to yourself. How you see, you don't run and see, no? So you sit at one place and obesity increases, and danwala you might get it. So sound sleep is very, very important. And how much to sleep? It's sound sleep of 6 to 8 hours. So what is the nature course of the disease? First, we are healthy like you and me, and then the disease progresses from asymptomatic phase to symptomatic phase. What is symptomatic phase is like manaki telstadi, manaki headache vachustadi, you will feel uneasy. So that is a symptom. So blood vachustadi ekkadi nunchi, that is a symptom. So ala raakapode okate asymptomatic phase untundi, that is a silent phase. And for that phase only you have to go for the screening. So what screening means? Getting tested when you are absolutely normal, like you and me. So we should go for screening. You are not chasing the symptoms, but we are much ahead of the disease. Disease raak munde manam cheyalsindi ade screening. So what are the methods? Self examination. Mana body ki maname chusukovali. Abhi ipudu the audience is mixed like females and males, so I cannot show certain videos or certain pictures. But self-examination, if you go yourself on YouTube or on Google, you'll get how to self-examination your breast or anything. So, dan prakaram you should do it every month at least once you should do it. Then if you can't do it, if you are not confident about it, go to the doctor. Trained person is doctor. And investigation, what we spoke about, preventive health checkups. So in women, for the cancer I was talking about, there are certain recommendations. Like in females, mammogram has to be done. They say 50, but I would say 40 because nowadays the age of the cancer is lowering. So after 40, annually you should get mammogram done. Cervical pap smear can start at age of 21 and it can go up to 65. If you do pap smear alone, you have to do every year. But if you do pap smear plus HPV testing, okay, HPV testing kuda danlo untadi. If you co-test, it will price is a little more. But if you do it once, you don't have to do it. If it is negative, then you don't have to bother for 5 years. So I will recommend you should do HPV plus pap smear. That is a co-test. If the person is smoker, they should go after age of the 50 for CT scan to see whether their lungs are okay. Colonoscopy is the scopy where they get the pipe from above and below, and then they see whether with the scope, with the camera, they will see whether your bowel is normal. So that one has to do at least once, start at the age of 50. Then the prostate cancer, which is also prevalent, I've seen here in Andhra, because of the more smoking, more spicy food, those cancers are more. So those you can do, you can start doing simple blood test. There's a blood test, when you're doing blood test, there is a serum PSA, prostatic specific antigen. One should add into that and that will give us an idea. So recently, one of my relative, he just was having a Diwali party and then, somebody said, get the test done, and they've written. And they said, you're getting it done, he is 52. So he's getting it done. That time somebody added PSA kuda cheyani. Cheste, his PSA was 104. So he was like, it's not correct. I'm absolutely healthy. It's recently, I've recently, last month only I went and saw him in Hyderabad. So 104. So he said, no, the lab is not correct. That is the first thing always you get it. Then they took a second opinion and then it was 97 or something like that. Then they went, and the good thing is the tumor was localized. Our prostate lana undi, operation అయిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని days తర్వాత if radiation ఇస్తారు and he will be normal. So I'm happy about it. So that is the beauty of this screening test. So there are vaccines. There are cancer vaccines are preventive vaccines as well as therapeutic. So therapeutic మనకి ఆలోచించక్కర్లేదు. ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనకి మెలానోమా లాగా డిసీజ్ అవుతుంది, అప్పుడే డాక్టరే చెప్తారు. So we have to think about preventive vaccines. So it's never too late. You have to, today you get to know about the vaccine, you go and get it. That kind. So HPV vaccine, andarki telusu. Ippudu Dr. Mr. Modi also freega istunaru, and government scheme la kuda vachesindi. So everybody knows about it. So there is two types of vaccine, Gardasil and Cervarix. So these vaccines we have to start at the age of 9. So mana daughters unte, mana kids unte, you should tell them to start it. It is very good. So what is this HPV virus? It gets into body when the female is sexually active. So before that only 9 to 14 years, if you introduce that vaccine, HPV vaccine, they'll get immune to it. So they will not get effect of HPV if they are exposed to it. So 9 to 14, if you start, you get you have to get only 2 doses, which are now freely available in government sectors. Then up to 45 years also they have seen, if you are not yet got HPV, then up to 45 years also they will protect. So up to 45 years, but after 15 years of life, you should have to get 3 doses of HPV. Hepatitis B, as I told, liver. Hepatitis is liver infection. It will go to cirrhosis, and cirrhosis will eventually lead to cancer. So there is, you get it up at birth, then 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and everybody gets it. So you should give it to your kids also when they are small. సో ఎంత చేసి అంత తెలుసు మనకి, కాజ్ ఏంది, ఎలా ప్రివెంట్ చేయాలా, ఎలా చూపించాలా, ఇంకా వ్యాక్సిన్స్ తీసుకోవాలా, అన్నీ తీసుకున్నాం, బట్ క్యాన్సర్ వచ్చింది. దెన్ వాట్? ఫస్ట్ అండ్ ఫార్మోస్ట్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ కంగారు పడకూడదు, అస్సలు స్కేర్ అయ్యే అవసరమే లేదు. బికాస్ దెర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ హ్యావ్ కమ్. And you don't have to go. Previously, people used to get cancer and they used to get to MD Anderson. You know that, all those fancy people will go to MD Anderson. But now, I can say 100% you can get your treatment in Vizag. There are 5 or 6 hospitals in Vizag itself are fully equipped with all kind of treatment. So, what kind of treatment you give it? Surgery. Surgeon aithe, there is called as a oncologist surgeon, surgical oncologist. So that surgical oncologist, what they do, they will remove the kaya, the treatment, and ala pakkaki unni tissue kuda teesestaru. So what will happen? Purtiga teeseste malli radu. So you have to go to surgical oncologist only. Vere surgeons ki nothing, they are also good, but they must be not knowing the protocol and how to do the surgeries. So you should go to the surgical oncologist to remove it. Then there is a radiation therapy. Radiation therapy, simple words lo, ఆ ఏరియా కాల్స్తారు. సో కాల్స్తే ఏమవుతుంది, ఆ సెల్స్ విల్ గెట్ కిల్డ్ అండ్ అక్కడ మళ్ళీ ఆ క్యాన్సర్ రాదు. దెన్ దర్ ఇస్ అ కీమోథెరపీ. Chemotherapy is nothing but in the tablet form or in the liquid form, you will get the drugs, medicine, which will kill the cells. Immunotherapy is also upcoming nowadays. It is little expensive, but one can take it. Immunotherapy will recognize the tumor cells as a foreign cells. మా శరీరంలో లేవు అని they will recognize, కనపడతారు, and they will kill it. Then there is a hormone therapy. Hormone therapy ఏముంటుంది అంటే, some tumors will grow on the hormones. Like for example, breast grows on estrogen. So estrogen is the hormone. So what they do is they give anti-estrogen therapy to kill it. So hormone అక్కడి నుంచి నాశనం చేస్తారు, సో ఆ ట్యూమర్ కూడా కిల్ అవుతుంది. Targeted therapy is also a beautiful thing. So for example, breast, we detect HER2 by IHC. There is a test on the breast tumor cells. And if that HER2 is positive, then we give anti-HER2 therapy, which is called trastuzumab. So that if you have that target, exactly on target, if you kill it, then cancer nayam cheyochu. Stem cell therapy is therapy. See, all the cells, ivi ostay ekkadi nunchi, what is the main root for all the cells in the body is stem cells. So ఆ సెల్స్ అయితే రెడీ చేసేదానికి స్టెమ్ సెల్స్ ఉంటాయి, అవి రీప్లేస్ చేస్తారు. సో అబ్నార్మల్ సెల్స్ రాకపోతే ఉండొచ్చు. సో దేర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ ట్రీట్మెంట్స్ అవైలబుల్. సో డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ స్కేర్డ్ వన్స్ యూ గెట్ ద క్యాన్సర్. జస్ట్ హ్యావ్ టు గో టు ద ఆంకాలజీ సెంటర్. సో దెర్ ఆర్ వేరియస్ మిత్స్. సో మిత్స్ ఏముంటుంది, ఒక పేషెంట్కి క్యాన్సర్ వస్తే ఎవరికి తనకి ముట్టుకోకూడదు, ముట్టుకుంటే మాకు కూడా వస్తుంది. So cancer is not contagious. None of the cancer is contagious. So, but you don't have to go near. Why they say don't go to near cancer center? Because of that patient will get our infections, because their immunity is lowering. So those patients might get infection from us. So that's why you mutkogodu. But manaki cancer aithe radu. All cancer hereditary, I already told. Now, ఏమైనా కాయ ఉంటే ఆ కాయ ఏంటి, అది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. లైక్ క్యాన్సర్ ఉంటే ప్రతి క్యాన్సర్కి ఒకటే ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఉండదు. సో ఆ కాయ ఏంటి చూడడానికి బయాప్సీ చేస్తారు. సో చాలా మందికి మా దగ్గర వస్తారు కదా, సో నాకు తెలుసు వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడే క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు, ఆ బయాప్సీ చేస్తే అది మొత్తం బాడీలో వెళ్ళే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుంది కదా ఇక్కడ నుంచి తీస్తే. సో దట్ ఆల్ ప్రికాషన్స్ ఆర్ టేకన్ అండ్ టేకన్. బయాప్సీ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ సేఫ్ ప్రొసీజర్, సో ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ ఫ్లేర్ ద డిసీజ్. Cancer chemotherapy, these also are questions which daily we come across. Chemotherapy is made up of snake venom. సో విషం అయితే కాదు, విషం అయితే మనమే చచ్చిపోతాం కదా, క్యాన్సర్ ఏంటి. సో అది మామూలుగా కెమికల్స్, డ్రగ్స్ విచ్ విల్ కిల్ ద సెల్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ డైరెక్టెడ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద ట్యూమర్ సెల్స్ అండ్ నాట్ snake venom. Treatment is more painful. See, what happens is cancer treatment is not painful. It is like any other drug which is going in the IV. బట్ తన వల్ల కొన్ని సైడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ అవుతాయి. సి క్యాన్సర్ సెల్స్ ఆర్ డైరెక్టెడ్ టువర్డ్స్, క్యాన్సర్ థెరపీ ఆర్ డైరెక్టెడ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద క్యాన్సర్ సెల్స్, బట్ దే విల్ అఫెక్ట్ నార్మల్ సెల్స్ ఆల్సో, రైట్? సో దానివల్ల మీ జుట్టు ఊడిపోతుంది, సమ్ పెయిన్ వస్తుంది. సో డైరెక్ట్లీ క్యాన్సర్ థెరపీ ఈజ్ నాట్ పెయిన్ఫుల్, బట్ ద సైడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఆర్. బట్ అలా ఉంటే మనం ట్రీట్మెంట్ తీసుకోలేదు, అలా చేయలేము కదా. సో మనకి క్యాన్సర్ ప్రివెంట్ చేయాలి, క్యాన్సర్ క్యూర్ చేయాలి అయితే ట్రీట్మెంట్ అయితే ఖచ్చితంగా తీసుకోవాలి. సో cancer means death only, that I told you, so many people are still alive and there are so many normal people also actually. If I show them, you will not recognize them or they will not like that to be shown. But there are known people, they are surviving and there are so many survivors which come for follow-up with us. So cancer doesn't mean death. And other thing is, నాకు బ్యాడ్ కర్మ ఉంది, నేను చాలా బ్యాడ్ కర్మ చేశాను, దట్స్ వై నాకు క్యాన్సర్ వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు చేసేది ఏంటి, దానివల్ల వచ్చింది, నేను చచ్చిపోవాలని. సో అలా ఏముండదు. సో యూ షుడ్ తప్పనిసరిగా యూ షుడ్ టేక్ ట్రీట్మెంట్. అది బ్యాడ్ కర్మ వల్ల ఏం కాదు. వీ హవ్ సీన్ సో మెనీ కాజెస్, సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ బ్యాడ్ కర్మ. సో యూ షుడ్ గెట్ అవేర్ ఆఫ్, యూ షుడ్ మేక్ అవేర్ అదర్ పీపుల్, అడాప్ట్ హెల్దీ లైఫ్ స్టైల్, tobacco, quit tobacco on the day, reduce alcohol, go for regular screening. Do not get scared. Again and again I'm telling, because half the people get scared, their willpower reduces and they can't take treatment. They will, unless and until you have a willpower of living, you will not able to take that treatment. So you should not get scared. Consult your doctor as early as possible. Cancer aste, we can't do anything about it. It is ochindi kada. So you have to give a tough fight. There is no other option. So every hospital, like our hospital, has these health check packages. So they will cover all the things like, you know, your heart, your kidney, your sugars and everything. So those will be available. So what I want to say is, we cannot direct wind because that is natural, but we can always adjust the cell. So we have to do that to prevent the cancer. Thank you.
Can I have your attention, please? So we just had an insight into various aspects of cancer through the Dr. Saiba. You see, we have been emphasizing on one thing: try and detect it early. Try and detect it early. Okay. Prevent it. That is the key. Now, supposing you are not lucky enough, or maybe despite your best efforts, your best whatever you could do, your luck is not on your side and you contract it. Okay. Now you come to the treatment stage. Okay. Now there are several types of cures, several types of treatments. Madam listed immunotherapy and radiation therapy and chemotherapy, and so many types of therapies are there. Okay. But one thing which will help the patient the most is his own courage and fortitude. I am emphasizing on this thing. Supposing you are not lucky enough and you end up getting the cancer, you get cancer. Okay. When 1 in 9 can get it, anybody of us can get it. So what then? Then all these therapies are important. But what will help you the most is your courage. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yes.
It's your courage from inside, your will to fight the disease, and your will to fight and overcome it. That is the biggest thing. The problem with us is that the moment we get cancer, the psychological impact is as if we have lost half the battle. And a bigger problem is that at least in Indian circumstances, the paas pados walas, okay, they don't radiate positivity. To help the cancer patient, it is not only his family, but also the people with which the patient interacts on daily basis, that they should radiate positivity. Okay, you got cancer, but so what? You can still overcome it. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know what is the condition abroad. Manda may be knowing more. But I feel so that in India, we are so afraid by the very name of the disease. Ye to gaya. He's gone. And you don't radiate positivity. You don't you don't inspire the patient to fight it. Arey, ho gaya to kya hua? We'll fight it. Because all doctors will say, if you have lost your will to fight, no amount of therapy, no amount of vaccines, at that stage, vaccines won't work. Any amount of treatment is not going to work if you have lost your will to fight. Now, Madam showed several photographs of some celebrities. Celebrities like Yuvraj Singh. I don't know how many of you know that it is immediately after he hit six sixes in that match against England. After that tournament, he got contracted cancer. Then we saw Kate Middleton, King Charles's daughter-in-law. And there are several celebrities. Okay? But they are far away from us. Okay? But we have our heroes amongst us. Ordinary people like us in our own office who have fought cancer and won it. There are several examples. But since you will relate to somebody who is from within our office, who works with us daily, and if we hear his story of courage, his fight and victory over cancer, then it will inspire us more to be equally, it will increase our fortitude. Yes, it can be done. When he can do it, we can as well do it. I am telling you, in fight against any disease, our own courage is our biggest weapon. this feeling amongst us would definitely be telling our brain to generate certain hormones which would be inspiring us or strengthening our body to fight the disease. Madam would agree that still the medical science, despite its advancement, doesn't know several of the hormones, their functions. Am I wrong, ma'am? We are still searching. It is said that we know more about the functioning of some animals than we know about the functioning of the human body. So, now I'll invite on stage Mr. KDB and Srinivas Kumar, our Assistant Commissioner in the Chief Office. Please. Madam, if you don't mind, can you please come here, come here. No, come here. Sit. He has been working with me for last how many? 2 years. And since I interact with him on daily basis, obviously I know everything about him. In any case, it's my nature. All those who work with me, I know about them, about their families, their weaknesses, their pluses, everything. So, not only and Ravi Kumar, he told me your mother is a cancer survivor of 12 years. Huh? 12 years ago she defeated cancer. And she must be getting scanned yearly, but it's not gone. Okay? And then there would be several others I don't know. Maybe not you, but some of your relatives who are cancer survivors. Let me put a piece of statistics. 15 lakh people are getting affected by cancer annually in the country. But 8 lakh is the death rate. So what it means? Simple. 50% rate of survival. So when you think, ordinarily we think, cancer ho gaya, ye gaya, you are basically wrong. Because statistics prove that 50% of the people survive in any case. Am I wrong, ma'am? So this very piece of statistics should give us the first the strength to begin with. अरे 50% तो मैं वैसे ही बचा हुआ हूँ. You get my point or not? So you see, you have to be positive. But positivity, supposing you contract such disease, positivity doesn't come to you so easily. His people around the patient, as I told you, people who interact with the patient on daily basis, they have to be positive. A lot of it is dependent upon them. So, to inspire us, I will now request Mr. KDV Srinivas Kumar to tell us a story in brief.
I think this is okay.
People at the back are not able to hear. That's the problem. Caller mic.
Good evening, everyone. I am here.
Was it clear? At the back, can you hear it? No.
Good evening. Am I? Good evening, everyone. I am here to speak about my experience. I believe that if my story can help even one person, then it is worth sharing. In 2019, I felt that my hearing in the left ear had diminished. I consulted an ENT doctor and followed his instructions. Still, even after finishing the medication, the issue did not go away. Soon after, I noticed redness in my throat, and at times my saliva appeared discolored. At that time, my condition was still considered as throat infection, and I was given further medication. Over the next 2 months, I consulted multiple doctors. As the issue continued, despite taking medication, and I was becoming impatient, a CT scan was advised. The scan revealed a mass in the nasopharynx. The doctor suspected it could be a nasopharyngeal carcinoma. The thought of cancer left me numb. I had no family history of the disease, and I had always led a disciplined life. Never had I imagined facing such a situation. On the day of the biopsy, my thought was about my family. I felt I was doing injustice to them. I feared I might not be the same person again. It took time to accept the situation, but once I did, I decided to focus only on what I could control. I chose to follow doctor's advice with complete faith. Subsequent tests diagnosed it was lymphoma, limited to the nasopharynx. The doctors were optimistic as the disease was detected early. I underwent chemotherapy. It was not easy, but I kept motivating myself, saying, just a few more sessions more, and I can return to normal life. That hope kept me going. I counted down each session, reminding myself that every step brought me closer to recovery. Doctors often say quick identification leads to better outcomes. This stands proved in my case. In a way, I was fortunate. The location of the growth made it difficult to ignore, which led to early diagnosis. Today, my message is simple. Never ignore any symptom, however small it may seem. Do not delay seeking advice. Consult a doctor and follow their guidance. Thank you all.
You see, it took me a lot of convincing to get Mr. Kumar to narrate his incident. Because you see, basically health is a private matter. Most of us will not like to discuss our health issues. But he has agreed for a simple reason, because he is trying to inspire all of us. So for this, I mean, this is what you do. Can't you do properly? You see, the long and short of what he's saying is, patient has to keep himself motivated, and the people around him have to support him. Is that the message? Yes, sir. Huh? Yes, sir. And again, he said that since his cancer was of the type where the growth could not go unnoticed, that is why he was lucky enough that it got noticed. And then he went rounds of chemotherapy, which in any case is not easy, but then he has been cured, and now you've been cured for the last 5 years. Yes. Now 5 years he's had no cancer, so he can forget it for life. Though doctors will prescribe one scan a year or something like that. What is the purpose of requesting Mr. Kumar? He's one amongst us. He's like us. He's working through the same tensions we have daily, the same WhatsApp groups which keep us awake at 10 o'clock in the night. The same reports, the same VCs. Okay. His circumstances and our circumstances, if are not identical, are at least similar. So, if he can do it, and if any one of us is unlucky enough to contract this disease, so we can also do it. I'll not like to say more. Please appreciate 2 points. Please never think that it cannot happen to me. मेरा क्या है तो बाजू वाले का है. When 1 in 9 Indians can get it, so speaking in terms of probability, you have that 12% probability, and which is a significant number. Secondly, have courage in you all the time to not only fight cancer but all the diseases. Courage, fortitude, the will to fight. That is important. This is an attitude in life which will help us in fighting not only the diseases but also all the daily day-to-day issues we have. Life is not easy. Life is not easy, I am telling you. We have family issues, work issues and issues. Okay? But it is only one thing which will help us. it either fighting the diseases or our problems on daily basis. That is our courage. So I am thankful to Mr. Kumar that his is a story of inspiration. We don't need a Yuvraj Singh, okay? We are happy with Mr. Srinivas Kumar to give us inspiration. Okay. Now, just one small anecdote which will lighten up the mood. Just when Madam was showing the slides, she talked about Japanese. They are short-statured, but they have very, what should I say, first of all, they eat a lot of fish. Sushi is their favorite. Of all the, most of you would be knowing that of all the non-vegetarian dishes, fish is the best because it contains omega-3 and all those things, which are good for the body. And they are the average life for a Japanese lady is 89 years and for a gent is 88 years. So I'll tell a small anecdote. We'll finish in 2 minutes. Me and my wife had planned a visit to Japan. We had gone to US to attend our son's convocation. So we thought then while we are returning, we'll cover Japan also. Who goes that far? And in any case, here in this department, even for going to Bhutan, you have to take permission. So usi permission mein sab ghusad lo. So we went to Japan. So we were there for about 13 days. Since in Japan, English is not very prevalent, and we can't understand the head and tail of Japanese, to experience Japan better, we had a guide. The guide we had, this is in 1922, the guide we had was an 81-year-old engineer who had passed out in 1965 from the Toyota Institute of Technology, which is the 5th most respected engineering college in the whole world. In 64, my father has passed out engineering, so he was as old as my father. This gentleman had done everything in his life. And now he decided that I'll become a guide. I'll roam around Japan, finish everything. That was 3 years old, I was 57, my wife was 57. Okay. Wherever we went, he would be 10 steps ahead of us. So full of energy. If it is question of taking a lift, he will say, you take the lift, I'll climb the stairs. I was so inspired by him. We were just trying to keep up pace with him. So then we grew very friendly. So I told him, he was a Buddhist. There are 2 religions mainly in Japan. One is Shintoism, other is Buddhism. So he was a Buddhist. You should be coming to India. It is where Lord Buddha spent his life. Yes. It is on my radar. Today, now I am 81. I'll come when I am 84. He is so sure of living up to 90. And in India, after 75, abhi aaya number. It's all positivity, I am telling you. This was a small anecdote. So now what do we have on the agenda? So now we will invite questions if you want to go. Now, Madam has agreed to answer questions. Any questions are invited? Who will take this mic among the people? All those who are interested in asking questions, please raise your hands and the mic will come to you. Please. You can ask your questions in Telugu also, please. Feel free.
Ma'am, this is regarding your recommendation to maintain a healthy lifestyle, ma'am, to exercise regularly. So do you also have a recommendation with regard to fasting, ma'am? And do you have any?
See, I'm not a nutrition guide. I'm basically a doctor. But for nutrition, definitely nutrition helps. Everyone knows it's a part, and that's what nutrition is what diet. So nutrition should be healthy enough to keep you active. So it comes hand in hand. So definitely nutrition, that's what I always tell you, that in this preventive health checkups, when you do, there'll be always a consultation with a doctor and a dietitian. So if you get it once, you will have an idea what to eat and what to not. So nutrition is definitely your priority. You have to take care of nutrition.
No, specifically fasting, ma'am.
Fasting, I am not very sure. I heard various things about fasting. So my opinion, it's my opinion. Science has proven different things. So fasting, according to me, is not very good.
Okay.
So you have your food in a small portions, and as per the I follow the Japanese, 80% full. You will be healthy for sure
Thank
and
you.
active.
Thank you.
Fasting, I am not supporting.
Manikanta, looking at you and asking for fasting, I'll request all my audience members to, you can raise any questions, but please make it questions about cancer. It will be better.
Good evening, madam. You told about vaccinations, one vaccination for the aged 9 to some 15 years old. Any vaccines available for the age of 50 plus years?
For females?
No, madam. It's
For
male and
anything,
female.
no, we don't have any vaccines above 15. See, vaccine is what? To get your body used to those viruses. So above 50, the viruses you must have already contracted. See, it is not like, the day you get the virus and you start getting cancer. What happens, this virus gets into your body and then it starts mutating cells, and it will come after, they say, if you get the HPV, after 10 years you will get the cancer. So after 50, you will not able to have the vaccine effect till then. So only 2 vaccines are there for the cancer for prevention till now, which is recommended by government or they are approved by science, is HPV, which you have to take in the females before they start their sexual practices. So it is recommended in 9 to 15, and we take a chance in above 15 to 45 as they are not contracted HPV yet. So it's before 10 years. So after 50, we don't have any vaccine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Questions from the people at the back, please. That's good.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, what do you think is the overall cost for this treatment? And are CGHS facilities enough to fund this or not?
See, the cost is always a factor, and we know, what kind of treatment you are going to get. It is costly. I will never tell the lie, but in government has doing so many things. So we have Arogyashri. In Arogyashri, we get all basic treatment. If you don't have money, then also you can get the treatment where you can increase your lifespan. So Arogyashri covers your operation, your I think Arogyashri card is people who don't have money, and who have money, they have to spend. Cost is the factor. Which treatment, basic treatment will be in a few lakhs. If you want to take immunotherapy, it will increase, and if you have to have a stem cell therapy and bone marrow transplant and everything, which will increase. But there are several organizations who help you. Like I've seen the girl with the aplastic anemia, that's not a cancer. But the cost of bone marrow transplant was around 15 lakhs. So one of the organization, Helping Hand organization, has given entire money to her. So those kind of organization also will help. So cost is not less, definitely. All the treatment have different costs, but costly treatment, Arogyashri has covered a lot, and after that, the other social organization are helping. And who has money? Actually, you people are in custom office, you don't think about
That, madam, no, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. This, ma'am. This could have been avoided, ma'am, please.
That was on a light note.
Listen, Anurag Singh, we are related to CGHS, okay? And to the best of my knowledge, most of the cancer cure costs are covered, okay? And if it is not covered, we can always request for grant from the welfare fund, okay? And for cancer treatment, I think we can get leave up to 18 months, am I right? I have read somewhere. Huh? No, yes. For cancer treatment, we can get very long leaves. Okay. So as far as this central government employees are concerned, the cost is mostly covered. This is my broad knowledge. Madam may not have knowledge about CGHS rules. That's why. Okay.
Sir, I would like to share something, if you permit.
About?
Sir, about the insurance aspect.
You want to share?
Yes, sir.
Go. Go ahead.
So there is a small insurance amount, 1,500, and that is for the whole year, and it covers this cancer. It's called cancer insurance policy. So for 1,500, we are covered up to 20 lakhs. So I think that's a small thing that we can all do to just cover up the financial aspect of it.
Yeah, you know everything about it. Still, you are asking questions, huh?
So just sharing, sir.
Other questions, please. Please take use of this opportunity. Nobody?
Jain, my questions, madam, one doubt. By the self-examination you given by lecture, as a man, what we will go through as a man for the self-examination?
See, self-examination is nothing but palpating your own body while having, like for example, you are having bath and you apply soap. It is as simple as that. If you palpate your own body throughout and you see some lump, inside you will not able to know. For that you have to do a screening. But there are so many sarcomas which you like, on the hand there will be some swelling, irregular, whatever I told. So something like that you should palpate. And if it is abnormal, you have to go to the doctor. For females, there is a very, very strict examination of the breast is compulsory. They say after the age of 40, you should self-examination with the hand, and there are various videos you can go through. For the male also, that is also a myth. Like male also don't get breast cancer. They also do. So something like that. Palpate your own body with your own hands, and if anything abnormal, you have to go and do a biopsy. So this is like, I'm happy to say, like, I work in the hospital where some people, like last 2 months back, since 2 months, I'm getting the patients with the small lymph nodes. Like, if you have a dandruff and you get the lymph nodes. So they are suddenly mobile and, you come to know they're benign. After radiology also, they are saying they're benign. Benign in the sense they're not harmful. But people want to get the biopsy done. So I like that. So I asked her, like, everybody's telling it's not harmful, why you are getting biopsy done? So తన అదే అన్నది నేను ఎక్కడ విన్నాను ఏదో కాయ ఉంటే కాయ ఎందుకు ఉంది అది చూడాలి దానికి పరీక్ష చేయాలి అందుకోసం నేను వచ్చా సో దాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్ సో whenever you see lymph node or something swelling which is not going for 2 weeks, you should go and show a doctor and do the biopsy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyway, if there are no questions, can I get the mic back, please? No, I'll narrate 2 incidences. I'll narrate 2 incidences which are very, what would I say, educative. One is my own, and please listen to it carefully. We have an organ called gallbladder. And gallbladder cancer is the fastest growing cancer. Am I right, ma'am? Especially in the Indo-Gangetic belt in the north. That is very prone to gallbladder. Okay? And most of us have gallbladder stones. Several of us. Okay? So, when I was in Hyderabad in my earlier posting as additional commissioner, so through one of the tests, it was detected that a gallbladder stone is there. But doctor said it is a usual thing. You get it scanned regularly, and if the size increases, then we'll see. So I used to get scanned every year. Everything was okay. Why to get it operated? Then what happened? I was posted in Allahabad at that time. So when the scanning was done, then the doctor suspected some growths inside the gallbladder. In the scan, it came that there is some growth. Now, any growth inside the body is dangerous. So they said that it can be anything. So what is the way out? Get it operated fast and send it to for biopsy. So they use that laparoscopic 3 holes and the thing comes out. Okay. Biopsy report used to take 5 days. So for 5 days I was hanging like this, not knowing what is going to happen. Luckily, it turned out to be the lucky way out. So anything can happen. Then another incident in my own life. I was at Lucknow. My daughter was in Hyderabad studying in Indian School of Business at that time. She was doing very well. Suddenly, she started developing frequent fevers with lot of perspiration. Okay. So when the local doctor at ISB couldn't handle her, so we were telephoned and I came here, but we have to take care of her. So I got her admitted to an hospital in, what was the hospital? I'm forgetting the name, in Hyderabad. Okay. So the doctors over there in their preliminary report said, this is not a good symptom. This rash, this frequent fevers and perspiring all along, it's not a fever of that type. It is not a bacteria or virus originated fever. Okay. They did that, all tests. Then what they did is, they suspected something in the lymph node. So udhar se dal ke idhar se, they took out a piece. And then they checked it for cancer. Luckily it was not. So then, again, second time lucky in our family. Then we wanted to know what was the issue. So we came to know that it was a disease named after a Japanese doctor scientist, which is a self-limiting disease, and the occurrence of which is so rare that diagnosis of this disease was not possible in Hyderabad. There are only 1 or 2 labs in the country which can diagnose that. That diagnosis took 1 month. So I don't know, God has given us so many diseases. I was telling madam, there are 7,500 rare diseases of which allopathy knows nothing about. Rare diseases. Allopathy knows nothing about. So, it's all, we are living under the, what should I say, the shadow of Lord Venkateshwara. Balaji, let him keep our, what should I say, his good wishes on all of us. Okay. So, anything else on the agenda?
Now I request Principal Chief Commissioners to present a memento to Dr. Sunita as a token of love, gratitude. Madam, we thank you. On your busy schedule, you visited here, spent a lot of time and educate us. And thank you all for being here. Let us work together to make prevention our first line of defense against any disease, especially cancer. Okay, we have already risen. We have national anthem now. Janahana mana adinaya.
We plan to have one more session on some disease. I want to know your opinion. What disease should we cover? We have covered diabetes. We have covered cancer. What do you people want to be disease to be covered? Please. Cardiac. So, ma'am, you can send your husband. Her husband happens to be a cardiac surgeon also in Pinnacle. So, heart. Other say, muh sila hai kya? Any other thing you want to get covered? Any other thing? Arthritis. Acha, orthopedist. Anyway, we'll take this cardiac thing first. So, madam, you heard the request? I think you can convey it. Thank you all, bhai. Thank you all.